In the past years, there has been an increasing drawn attention to immunizations, or vaccines. My name is Braiden Moore, and today I will be telling you what vaccines are, whether they are safe or not, and why you should get vaccinated. First, let's start with what vaccines are. Vaccines help your body fight illnesses. Vaccines work by preparing the body to fight illnesses, and each immunization contains either a dead or weakened germ, or parts of it, that causes a particular disease. And according to the CDC, or Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, recommends vaccination from birth through adulthood to provide a lifetime of protection against many diseases and infections. Vaccines work by allowing your body to recognize a disease and remember it, so when the actual full disease hits your body, it'll already be able to fight it off. Vaccines are very safe and convenient, and like eating right, exercising, and getting regular screenings for diseases such as colon and breast cancer, vaccines can also play a vital role in keeping you healthy. Vaccines are one of the most convenient and safest preventative care measures available. Now on to diseases. Many of the diseases that we once had, such as polio and hepatitis, are still around. The truth is, according to NFLD.com, that these diseases can be prevented by vaccines still exist in the world, even in the United States, although they happen very rarely. Diseases, some can cause serious illness, and some can even be fatal to you. And vaccines help fight deadly or serious illnesses. And the virus and bacteria that cause illness and death still exist and can be passed on to those who are not protected by vaccines. So if half the people got vaccinated and the other half did not, then the half that did not get vaccinated are still susceptible to these diseases. Now on to why you should get, are vaccines healthy or not? You cannot catch the disease from the vaccine. Some vaccines contain killed viruses, and it is impossible to get the disease from the killed virus. However, you can still get the disease from the live virus, but according to kidshealth.com, only immunizations from weakened, also called attenuated, live viruses could possibly make a child develop a mild form of a disease. But it's almost always much less severe than what would happen if someone is infected with the disease-causing virus itself. Other viruses have live but weakened viruses designed to ensure that you cannot catch the disease, or when the disease, if you do get it, it is much less severe. The immunizations are very rare to get the disease, and if you do get the disease, like I said, it is not going to be as bad. Now, this chart shows just how vaccines have changed the diseases, and as you can see, there were over a decade ago, there were 152 people that had smallpox, and now there are 0. There were over 117,000 people that had hepatitis A, and now there are only 11,000. And there are 0 people that have polio today, and very few people who have mumps and measles and even hepatitis B. So the vaccines have greatly reduced the chances of getting infected with the disease or virus, and have helped save millions of lives across the world. So, in conclusion, vaccines protect you against diseases or infections. Diseases are still present today, even though they are very rare, but they are only rare because of vaccines. And vaccines are very safe to use. Some of these charts show that in about 1965, there were about 400,000 cases of measles, and today there are 0. And vaccines save about 2.5 million kids a year. And this chart kind of just shows what happened to people who did get vaccinated. It shows that people who are vaccinated are safe even if someone else has the disease. And if you do not have vaccinated, the disease will spread like a wildfire. This concludes my presentation. I now open it up for questions. Yes.
Do you have vaccination for Ebola?
Well, no. They don't have vaccinations, but they have things that will help you do not get it, like preventative causes. Yes.
What is Ebola?
Ebola? I do not really know right now, but I can get back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Justin.
What are some disagreements against vaccines?
Some people believe that vaccines should be mandatory for children and throughout your adulthood, and others think it should be an option. But the main thing is, my point of view is, if everybody's vaccinated, and even if the 1% that does get it, it's going to be very little, the effects of it, and it's also going to help protect everybody else around them. Because if, say, a few people didn't have that, then the vaccination, then everybody's going to start getting it, and it's just going to make more people die, and more people are going to be at risk to die because of the disease. Jackson, did you have a question?
Oh, I did. In places like Africa, like the third world countries, do they have vaccines like we do here in America?
They do not. We personally, or insurance, they help pay for our vaccines. But over in third world countries, they do have vaccines, but they are more. It's more like donation. Like a company will donate like a certain amount of money, and then they will go over and start vaccinating. But it's not. It's more not the like they don't vaccinate for everything. It's more just like what's happening at that time. So if like polio or whatever was going on in Africa right now, there would be probably millions of people would donate, and they would start vaccinating for polio instead of just every disease.
Okay.
Thank you.